It's the end of America. We have communists, as a Marine, we would say inside the wire. They're inside our government, they're inside our school systems, they're inside Hollywood, and they're inside Silicon Valley. And that's why I wrote this book here, The Capitalist Manifesto. I said, we've got to fight back. And we fight back with information and education, not weapons. Well, always remember, America has stopped producing products. We produce bubbles. Now, the good thing about a bubble is when they burst, everything goes on sale. And so when things went in 2008, I waited till about 2010. I borrowed $300 million because debt is money, as you know, after 71. And I began buying real estate at bargain prices. So just recently, the repo market inverted again, which means we're going down. It means recession's ahead. But my concern is now revolution, because when people can't afford to eat tuna, we're going to have rioting. So it's a whole different type of bubble burst. When Biden took us off the pipeline, oil prices went up. Oil produces fertilizer. And when fertilizer is no longer cheap, people can't produce food. And the average American has nothing. 40% of Americans have nothing. Inflation is going to make them very upset. A stock market crash will bring down the baby boomers. So we're in serious, serious trouble here. So I'm just being ridiculous in my tweets because it's better than listening to Biden, that I'd rather have a can of tuna right now. That's what I'm saying, is that at least I can eat it. Well, I'm a U.S. Marine. I fought in Vietnam twice as a pilot. I've seen what happens when the communists, what people can see it in the Ukraine, communists always kill civilians. And that's what people don't realize. And as a Marine, they sent kids and women after us. So a lot of my friends who came back with PTSD, and you can see it in the Ukraine today, Russia's not hitting military targets, they're hitting civilian targets. And when you understand communism, and this is my latest book here, it's called The Capitalist Manifesto, I am a student of communism. So this here is, when 65 I had to read this book here, 48 pages, one of the most influential books in world history. But nobody's read the book. They don't know what Marx said. But what Marx said, they had to have the poor get poor and the middle class come down. And that was the recipe for revolution. And I see Biden doing it when he took the Keystone XL pipeline and took us off of it, and oil prices went up. Now, the thing is, Danielle, I got richer because I produce oil. I don't invest in oil. I don't invest in Shell or Exxon and all that. I invest in oil wells. So when oil went from $30 a barrel to $130 a barrel, I got richer, but I also got more concerned for my fellow human beings. They can't afford to live at $130 a gallon, a barrel oil. And so that's why in my tweets, I just get ridiculous about it. Hopefully somebody will listen. Well, I'm doing my best to explain to people, I'm a U.S. Marine. I went to the academies. When you see the Russians hitting civilian targets, it doesn't register in most people's minds because Americans haven't seen war. It's really sad. I mean, Danielle, our press, our school system, our academic system is so Marxist. That's why I love coming on your program, but it's getting to the point of being ridiculous right now. So I tweet, I'd rather save tuna than silver. This book was in 1848, and it says communism would come in two stages to America. First would be socialism, and that happened in 1930. When the Frankfurt School of Germany sent teachers to Columbia University, Teachers College. And then in 1968, when I was in school in New York, that's when the rioting in the college campuses began. They led to Kent State and Berkeley and Woodstock and all this. And then the second stage would take place, and in my opinion, it's in this humble opinion, in 2020 when they took down President Trump, that was the corruption of our media. That's communism. I hate to say that, but I am a U.S. Marine, 2 tours in Vietnam. And I've seen what, if you understand that communists kill their own people, Mao killed his own people, Stalin killed their own people. Americans try and stop that from happening. And then our own press, I mean, I came back from Vietnam in 73, I got spit on, hit by eggs, called a baby killer. And I'm still a little bit bitter about that, but it prepared me for today. Our school system should teach us about money